She was Miss Knoxville Nationals. He's the guy who has a face for radio. She's the daughter of a sprint car legend. He loves food. Any food. All kinds of food. I mean, really, he'll eat anything. And I mean anything.
I'd sell my soul for a donut.
Now, together for a full hour, they host Winged Nation on MRN.com. Here's that guy who has a slight passion for food, Steve Post, and the lovely and very talented Kendra Jacobs.
Oh, my gosh.
I believe he's a little biased one way on
He's
that.
accurate.
That was very, very nice.
He is accurate, I will say that. That's Mike Carter, our voice guy.
That
and
was
Craig,
great.
over the course of the offseason, our producer Craig Moore, and all of you in the sport, you know Craig. Drivers call Craig more than they call us. They want to talk to Craig more than anything else. But Craig,
funny.
during the course of the offseason, he kind of would snicker and say, I've got something for you. And so these welcomes and openings are really, really cool. And it is good. It is great to be here. It is Wing Nation presented by Hercules Tires. And we're glad you joined us here as we talk sprint car racing, our favorite time of the week, except for maybe food time.
Well, food time and race time.
And race time, which...
that's upon us,
me.
Steve.
Are you kidding me? This is so exciting. The optimism. Everybody is destined. Everyone is fired up. Everyone's going to win the championship. Everyone's going to win Friday night at Bubba Raceway Park, the Arctic Cat All-Star Circuit of Champions owners. I'm not going to win the race, but I'm going to be locked into my Twitter machine all night long finding out what's going on.
Well, if you've seen Twitter all week, is, ooh, look at our shiny transporter.
Exactly.
Look at these clean cars. That's only going to last about 3 more days.
It is, exactly. It's so exciting, though, because, and it looks like the field of cars expected at Bubba Raceway Park is going to be huge, as it always is. A chance to shake things down, a chance to get things going. The All-Stars, it's one of their sanctioned races, but they don't do full-blown points as far as it goes because they stick to Ohio. So, which to me, that's a great, great policy that they have. But yet everyone goes because everyone wants to get going and everyone's chomping at the bit to get racing, including us.
Oh, for sure. Like, I think I've made it clear to you, like, Race Monitor just moved to, like, the top of my app list on my phone because that is how I somehow keep a normal life. You know, on Friday nights, everyone's like, oh, you want to go to dinner? And I'm like, yeah, I'm listening. I'm just checking. Just a second. Oh, yeah, I heard everything you said.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And Schatz just went from fourth to
like,
third in the heat race.
Yeah,
Schatz's lap times are quicker than everyone else. Imagine that.
You know how they always show, like football fans with earbuds in? That's like, I have, like, Tourette's during dinner. I'm like, oh, are you serious?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, oh, I was like, nothing. It's all good. I was 100% paying attention to you.
Exactly,
yes,
exactly.
That all starts this week.
That time of the year, and we're so excited about it. Big news out of the world of Outlaws on Monday. Yesterday.
Big news.
Craftsman, this is a wow from a corporate sponsorship world. This is a wow, and for the sprint car world, this is a wow because it speaks volumes for the sprint car community and the World Racing Group, what they put together, but it speaks volume for the racing community that a major company, Craftsman Tools, who had been involved in the sport of auto racing in the past, but had left auto racing, has not only decided to come back, but has decided to come back with dirt track racing, with the World of Outlaw sprint cars and late models. Kendra, there's no way you can slice this. This is not great news for everybody in the sport.
It's huge. And this week on Wing Nation on MAV TV, you're going to hear a lot more from Ben Geisler and Brian Carter on what this means for the series. And, Steve, everything we've heard is a huge positive.
It's so exciting. It really is.
And we have Craftsman that's really going to activate behind the sponsorship. So I think we're going to see them really push and advertise more and get sprint car racing to the mainstream public and to this consumer that is our demographic. I mean, these like Ben Geisler would talk about, it's DIYers. It's people who are buying these tools already, so let's get them to the racetrack.
I think it's going to be fun to see, and I can't wait once this thing gets up and running. And right now they're decaling and lettering everything, and the Sears folks are doing, or the Craftsman folks are doing the same thing. But Craftsman tools available in Sears and Kmart stores. It's going to be interesting to see what the stores look like, especially when it comes time when a race is coming near your area and how much they're going to do. So I just think this is really, really good and really great news for them all. So congratulations to our friends at the World Racing Group and all the World of Outlaw sprint car guys, and they're working on some pretty neat projects. And again, we'll share more of that. Ben Geisler and Brian Carter joining us this week on MAV TV on Wing Nation presented by Sage Fruit. to me, Kendra, the other big news that we had, Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, and I understand that we are partial to MAV TV. We're on there with our weekend program, and we love what they're doing on MAV TV. But Kendra, one of the buzzwords that we hear, whether it's at a Friday night track or whether it's the World of Outlaws or anywhere before it, is TV, TV, TV. Emmett Hahn has the best TV package in the sport. 20 races are going to be doing the 1 hour playback, 20 races on MAV TV. Nobody is even close to that.
No, this is great. I mean, we talk about eyeballs.
Yeah.
The Lucas Oil ASCS series is getting the eyeballs.
Yep.
With 20 races on TV, MAV TV is becoming basically the sprint car capital for television coverage. It's great to see. I mean, we're blessed that we're on there on Saturday mornings, but to be able to get on there and watch racing action too, thank goodness for everyone at MAV TV for recognizing what a great sport this is and giving the fans something back. Yeah,
it is so exciting. I actually, this past Saturday, watched, just followed along and made sure that our Wing Nation looked good. But then I watched the Hockett McMillan Memorial race, and I'm watching. In the first heat race, two guys wanted to fight each other. The second heat race, guys were fighting with each other.
Everyone loves a good fight, right?
It's so exciting what they do, and the thing of it is televising all motorsports events live is a huge challenge because of timing, and you throw in dirt track and track conditions and want to rework the track and no. But the 1 hour program where you come in, you get a recap of the heat races, you get to see all the action, and then they roll into the feature event. It is so cool. So congratulations to Emmett, to everyone at the Lucas Oil ASCS Tour. That is just such huge news and really, really good. And congratulations to those racers. You know, Kendra, we talk to the Johnny Herreras, the Wayne Johnsons of the world, the Aaron Wrights of the world. We love talking with these guys. These are the guys that put together racing on the budget that they can afford. And the Lucas Oil ASCS Tour gives them a $60,000 point fund, gives them a lot of nights to race, and gives them a television package where maybe they can wring a few extra dollars out of some of those sponsors. So congratulations to the drivers as well.
When you're talking to sponsors, it is one of the first things they ask is there a TV package? This is a huge bonus for those guys out there trying to get some extra money to keep their race teams going.
So let's hope it continues on for them and they continue with a great season. And indeed, I am sure they will. The Valco Wheels race results page. This is the final week that this page will be quiet. Exactly. Down in Australia, one of our friends, Kerry Madsen, won the Australian title. Really cool.
He's had a really good, quote-unquote, off-season this year. He won 4 races down there. Great to go home for him, I'm sure, to go to Australia and race down there. But to leave with the title, you know, the number 1 ranking, so to speak, that they talk about down there, that's huge for them. And Brooke Tatnall, another guy that comes over to America and races, he finished second in the title race. So a really good outing for those that we kind of claim as ours, even though they are technically Australia's too.
Yeah, and their posse too.
Yeah, and I'm sure somewhere along the line the posse has claimed them.
You say the word claim, and I don't know. Claim is a buzzword.
That's what happens
Claim is a buzzword in our little world of sprint car racing. When you say claimed, what is everyone automatically you go to? Is he or isn't he? With the Australian thing, now they're Aussies, and they did have a great offseason. And you know that's got to be encouraging as they now move stateside, particularly Kerry moves stateside. And believe he's not going to run the full World of Outlaw Tour, the bulk of the World of Outlaw
races. It sounds like it's going to be almost
the full tour. And and we got to dial Kerry up. Once he gets stateside, we'll catch up with him here in the next couple of weeks and find out what's going on with him. And finally, the Top Gun sprints. They were at East Bay. Matt Kurtz for the second year in a row. This kicked off. East Bay has like this 20 nights of racing. The Winter Nationals. Second night, they bring in the Top Gun sprint cars. And Matt Kurtz, second year in a row that he's won at East Bay in the Winter Nationals. A.J. Maddox, Johnny Gilbertson, your top 3. And there you have it. Those are the results on the Valco Racing Wheels results page. Valco Racing Wheels, made by racers, for racers. More information, www.valco, V-A-H-L-C-O. Kendra, great guest lineup in our Hercules hot seat today.
Oh, for sure.
About this, Joey Saldana. We all know Joey. Okay, Danny Holtgraver. We all know Danny. Clyde Canip. We don't know Clyde, but we will know Clyde.
No, we're going to learn, and it sounds like a lot more people are going to know Clyde after this race season.
Looking forward to it, so stay with us, everyone. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
This is Tony Stewart. Kendra and Steve will be right back with more Wing Nation here on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
Classic Ink USA Screen Printing and Embroidery is constantly testing the limits of custom racewear and specialized embroidery. Headquartered in Western Pennsylvania, Classic Ink holds the highest standard, maximizing your return as well as the ultimate customer satisfaction. From track swag fanwear to quick crew wear, Classic Ink has you covered. Their dedicated staff and designers will keep your race team and fans looking sharp. Contact Classic Ink today and get your team ahead of the competition. www.classicinkusa.com. That's Classic Ink, at the track and on your back.
The NASCAR offseason is here, and NASCAR Today Midday will have all the news in preparing for the start of the new season, even if some drivers wish they could race all year round.
Kind of like when you're doing something, if you just rather not stop, go through the trouble of stopping.
New driver and team combinations and new rules will be a part of the offseason conversation.
Looking forward to getting going with, a new environment, a new world.
NASCAR Today Midday, weekdays on the Motor Racing Network, your source for NASCAR news.
It might be the NASCAR offseason, but we're here 52 weekends a year on NASCAR USA. I'm your host, Rob Canner, joining you for 2 hours of country music at the speed of sound from the biggest stars in Nashville. Along with off-season racing reports from the Motor Racing Network's own Steve Post, we'll spotlight driver features and interviews you can't get anywhere else. You're up to speed all year long at America's tailgate party, NASCAR USA.
It's MRN's Winged Nation. Here's Steve and Kendra.
MRN's Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires, rolling along here, and we are so excited. We love when we get a chance to talk to the Brownsburg Bullet. Joey Saldana joins us on the line. Hello, Joey. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, Joey, I guess the calendar, the clock on the wall, and all the other things say it's about time to go. I know you've been racing a little bit with the midget car, but how are things looking for you as you get ready for 2016?
Well, looking good. I just ran out of the gym, so I'm feeling really good. I'm ready to go race. The gym's fun, and you definitely need to do it to be competitive. Definitely at my age, but I'm ready to go race. I'm looking forward to a new season, and it's my third stint with Dennis Roth. So hopefully third time's a charm, and we can be successful and have a lot of fun racing with the World of Outlaws this year.
Well, before we get into racing, what was the workout today?
The workout. Well, I used to go to Pit Fit quite a bit, but they opened a CrossFit gym in Brownsburg, so I've been going there every day I'm home. So today it was a 9-minute AMRAP of 15 toes to bar, 10 deadlifts, and 9 snatches, and you had to do all that in 9 minutes, and I think I got like 5 rounds in. So I was pretty happy with that. And then I'm going to run back in when we're done talking here and finish up what we were doing. Just try to keep my heart rate up and down, and just get your cardio as good as you can. And these young kids these days, they just go out and they don't know no fear, where a guy my age, you definitely have to get your heart pumping and get working to be competitive, especially a wing sprint car. You gotta be in shape, and that's what I'm trying to do.
In honor of Joey, when I go to Buffalo Wild Wings after the show, I'm going to see how many wings I can eat in 9 minutes. Is that the same thing?
That
Does that work
sounds
the same
more
way?
enjoyable than toes to a bar and snatches and deadlifts. So kudos to Joey for doing more than you and I will do all year.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's incredible. That CrossFit's no joke.
No, it's a lot of fun. I think the best part of it for me is the competitiveness of it. It's definitely a competitive workout. Like it's a timed, it's weights, it's cardio, it's just a conglomerate of crazy things, and you mix it up. I've been going for over a year, and I've really never done the same workout twice. So it's a lot of fun. It definitely keeps you interested, and I think that's the hardest thing with working out, is staying interested in what you're doing. And I'm definitely interested in it. They definitely give me hard things to do, and they keep you pumped up and motivated, and that's what you need if you're going to be competitive racing. Is you got to have a competitive edge. So hopefully this helps me out a little bit this year.
Well, it sounds like you're in top form. You're ready to go. Who's making sure this race team's in top form as well and ready to go for you?
Well, I mean, the Roth team is they've been around for a long time. They definitely have the resources to be competitive. Eric Craftsman from TSR, he's been a part of TSR for the last 9 years, and I think he's been with Donnie for 3 or 4 years. he's moved over to be the crew chief for the 83, and definitely looking forward to working with him. And we really don't really have the rest of the team put in place right now. We're just we got some guys that are going to help us through Florida, and after Florida come back to Indy, we have a shop here at IPC in Brownsburg. So we're just it's a work in progress. We definitely have everything in place motor-wise and cars with KPC and Steve Kent. We went and ran Yuma, and we didn't have the success we had hoped for, but we learned a lot, and that's what you have to do is learn. And running out at Yuma, it gave us an opportunity to learn, because at the World of Outlaws, you really don't have much time to learn. So hopefully we learned something. We built all new cars for Florida, so hopefully we can go down there Tuesday and practice well and put our car in contention to win a race, or at least be competitive in 5 races. I love going to Florida. I've had some success down there, so definitely looking forward to going down there and getting fast.
No doubt, a former champion of the Dirt Car Nationals along the way, Joey Saldana, who we're talking to. Joey, you mentioned your 3rd stint with Dennis Roth, and Dennis Roth, one of those real independent car owners. One of the questions when any driver goes into Dennis's car is, how long is this going to last? Okay, we understand that, and we know we don't know the answer to that. But what are the things working in your favor this time, and what are the things you've talked about to put some longevity in this relationship?
Well, the first thing is Speedway engines. I've been associated with Rick Long and Speedway engines for 10 years. That's who's going to build their engines. So that was definitely the first thing for me was your nucleus and your race teams, your engine program. So I knew they had an outstanding engine program, and I've been a part of it for such a long time. I felt like that was the perfect place for me. And then with Dennis the 3rd time, the first time I was there was 1996. That was my rookie season with the Outlaws. The 2nd time was 2001. Obviously, I'm way older now, more mature, understand the racing way better now than I did then. Obviously, he's been around racing a long time, too, so he understands it. And I'm not the young kid anymore trying to, want to have a career, a longevity. I want some goals that I've set for myself, but in my mind, either I can do it or I can't, and if I can't, then I don't belong with the World of Outlaws. So it's just it's a great opportunity. I'm trying to go into it as win races, be competitive. If I do a great job, then there's nothing to worry about, and that's the way it should be with any race car driver and race team. If you're doing your job, then you should be fine. And I know Dennis. I know his personality. He's as competitive as the race car driver or the crew or anybody. He wants to win, and he spends a lot of money, and it takes a lot of money to race these cars. So I don't blame him for getting upset if my car is running 15th or 20th. I want to have a reason for why it's not running well, and he deserves that answer. So I understand that part of it now, so I'm looking forward to it. It's definitely a new challenge, and it's like CrossFit for me every day. It's a new challenge every day, and I kind of put my racing in the same category as that. Just treat it as a new day, do the best job you can, and if you do that, then everything should be fine.
So talk about over the off season, you raced Yuma, as Steve said. You also competed in the Chili Bowl, and I believe your wife was your car owner.
Yeah.
Was the car owner satisfied with the performance at the end of the week?
If she wasn't satisfied, I'm sorry. I did the best job I could do. I'm definitely out of my element. I was very pleased. We ran 4 midget races this year, and the first one we were running 4th at Indy and got in a crash. And the next one I was running 2nd and got in a crash. And then we ran 2nd and then ran 10th in the midget, to me, Knoxville Nationals. So I think we had a very successful 4 races. I'm pleased with what we've done, and I'm pretty sure she is too. We do this for fun. We both are race fans, and we love racing, and we have a lot of friends from racing, and it's just a good time to relax, have fun, enjoy what we got into the sport for, and that was because we love the sport. So the midget is kind of that way for us to escape and have some fun, and we had some success this year. So definitely looking forward to next year, and I can't thank Scotty McDonald with the Dissolve Alloy, Lonnie Parsons with Beltline Body Shop, John Godfrey with Stealth, Jeff West with IPC. I got so many people that helped put that midget together, and I'm not a midget guy, so it's hard to get people to support somebody that doesn't do it for a living, and they want to go out and be competitive. And luckily this year we showed we were fast and was competitive, so it paid off for everybody.
Paid off indeed. We've got a Twitter question from Steve Patterson who writes in, and his question is not necessarily to you, but to kind of you and Shannon, but it was directed to Shannon. Will Shannon let the boys race? Are there? I know the boys are into all kinds of sports. We follow along on Twitter all the time. Either one of them have that racing bug, or are they still ate up with the other sports?
Well, I think they're ate up with the other sport because they're with their mom probably 75% of the time, and she definitely pushes the sports instead of the racing. And for me, growing up, it was that way. I was definitely raised. I had a dad and a mom, but my mom was pretty much a single mother raising 3 kids. So until my dad retired, it really never gave me an option to even think about racing. And that's kind of the situation we're in with our kids. I can't expect my wife to take my sons and go racing and commit that much time and effort. And it takes 110% if you're going to do it and be successful at it. So, I want them to race. I love the sport. I love what it's done for me, what it's done for my family. I'm a second-generation driver. Everything my dad has and myself, we have through racing. So it's definitely something I've grown up in, and I love it. And I'd love my kids to be a part of it and understand it. So if it's going to happen, it's definitely going to have to happen on my time and my sacrifice. And I'm actually looking forward to that time, the time when it's for me to take my boys and go racing. I think that's going to be probably the best thing I could ever do is watch my sons be successful in a race car like my dad hopefully is with me. He's proud of me. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know when it'll happen, but I'm definitely going to push for it. I'm sure Shannon's going to be against it.
Well, most women are, especially when they've had to deal with injuries or the instability of racing. I can understand the women's perspective of that. Talk about this coming weekend, next week. Are you going to race any of the Arctic Cat All-Star races this weekend before the Outlaw season starts?
Well, we would obviously love to go to Ocala, but the team is still in Fresno. They're putting decals on the car today, so they're planning on leaving Thursday, and obviously from Fresno to Daytona is a pretty good haul, so we definitely won't make Ocala. And but we will definitely be there Tuesday to practice in the first 2 nights at Volusia with the All-Stars. It's definitely, if you're going to go down there and have a shot at winning an Outlaw show, you need to run every single race you can. So we'll definitely be there for the first 2 nights with the All-Stars, and we need it. I mean, we need to be there. We need to gel as a team, and just hopefully everything falls into place and we have speed Tuesday and know we can go into Wednesday and have a shot at qualifying well and putting our car up front and having a shot at winning.
Going to be big, that's for sure. Joey's starting his 18th World of Outlaw season, and with the new team, the Roth Motorsports team, the number 83 car, can't wait to see it go on the racetrack. Joey, thanks for your time. Continued success with the CrossFit and the training program. And by the way, Joey,
do a couple extra for us next time, please.
Yeah. And by the way, last time World of Outlaws raced, who won it? Joey Saldana. So you've had this long chance to savor the victory. So the pressure's going to be on Friday night to keep the win streak alive then, right?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I know we can do it. It's just a matter of putting the whole night together and being successful. So we're all looking forward to it, and I'm definitely looking forward to get down there and get the season started.
Thanks for the time, Joey. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks for having me.
There we go. That is Joey Saldana, one of our favorite guys. I love chatting with him.
When you said 18th year, I really was like, wow.
Blew me away, too.
That's surprising to me because I still think of Joey as he's
Joey,
one of the younger guys.
Yeah,
exactly. That's just amazing.
Yep. So, indeed, Joey joined us on the Classic Ink pole position, our first interview of the day. Classic Ink, screen printing and embroidery, great T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, towels, all kinds of items, racing, corporate, schools, you name it, they have it. They've got it all.
He hasn't even started the season, and he already won a pole.
That's
Look
right.
at that.
How about that? Exactly. The Classic Ink pole position, www.classicinkusa.com. Stay with us.
This is Winged Nation on MRN.com. We'll be back talking more dirt with Steve and Kendra right after this.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job, Our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice: Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, right on our strength.
The 25th year of the Lucas Oil American Sprint Car Series is about to begin.
Expanded national and regional tours, over 150 events across the United States, and some of sprint car racing's biggest names and rising stars.
The 25th anniversary of the Lucas Oil ASCS is one you don't want to miss. Find out when the American Sprint Car Series is near you in 2016 at ASCSRacing.com. Find us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter,
and catch all the action away from the track live at RacingBoys.com.
The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa.
Honoring sprint car racing's greatest achievers.
25 historic sprint cars on display. A movie theater featuring sprint car racing film. And a breathtaking view of historic Knoxville Raceway. Go to SprintCarStuff.com for the largest sprint car gift shop on the planet. The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum in Knoxville, Iowa.
This is Dale Blaney, and you're listening to Steve Post and Kendra Jacobs on Wing Nation.
Welcome back, everyone. Having a great time here on Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tire. Okay, so we've talked to an 18-year veteran of the world of Outlaws. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum. Joining us on the phone from California, Missouri, is Clyde Canip joins us. Hey, Clyde, welcome to the show.
Welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, first off, your last name. What's the pronunciation of it?
Canip.
Canip, okay.
Yeah, a lot
Good.
of people say Nip. Actually, I've had quite a few announcers pronounce it as Nip, and it's kind of frustrating, but yeah, it's pronounced Canip.
We will try to get it right.
We compared it to either Chad
Knaus,
Knaus in NASCAR world or Knoxville Raceway. So it could go either way.
Canip at Knoxville then.
Yeah.
Canip at Knoxville.
There we go.
There we go.
Well,
We're
cool.
settled.
All right, young man. Okay, let's. You're senior in high school. Tell us a little bit about your background in sprint car racing and what the game plan is for this year.
Yeah, like you said, I'm a senior, and I grew up here in California, Missouri, and the home track here is Double X Speedway. And as a little boy, I would hear these really loud noises. We lived close to the racetrack, and I was like, Dad, take me. And so he's like, all right, I'll take you. And so once we went, I immediately fell in love with the sprint cars and with the wings and the big tires and the sound and the smell. And from then on, I became a fan of sprint car racing, and I just grew. I stretched out of Double X, and I just went across the state following sprint car racing.
Well, talk to us. So a lot of people this year are going to hear your name or your story for the first time. So tell us where your career progressed from Double X Speedway till joining the World of Outlaws in 2016.
Yeah, it's a big jump, but obviously Double X is a little small track, but growing from Double X to the World of Outlaws is going to be quite of an experience, and I'm ready to do it. We've ran on some tracks, some outlaw tracks, so I think that will help us, and we've been on 25 plus tracks, but coming from Double X, a little small town, to the Outlaws is quite a jump.
What is going to be, in your mind, obviously getting up to speed with everything, the driver is going to have big challenges, but just across the board, what are going to be some of the big challenges, and what are some of the early season goals you have, to kind of keep sanity in this? As you may end up doing well, you may end up getting clubbed over the head. What are your expectations, and what are the challenges?
My expectations for the early in the year and as of the year all around is to just keep my nose clean, try to make the show, and just learn and make some laps. And I feel like running with the Outlaws is the best way to do that. Obviously, them guys are the best in the world, and I've accepted that, and I know. But I'm just really looking forward to just learning with the drivers, and hopefully some of the drivers will take me under their wing and teach me. And that's really what I'm here for, is the experience and the laps. So I think running with the Outlaws will be the best deal for me to do that, get my feet wet.
So was that the deciding factor? I mean, that's a huge leap, and we've talked about it. You've admitted already in the interview that it's a big jump. Was that the deciding factor, is to compete better or to run better, I have to compete against the best in the business? I mean, is that what the decision was? And instead of we're just going to venture out and try new, different tracks this year?
Mm-hmm. I've always heard the saying, to be the best, you got to run with the best. And me and my crew chief, Andy, after the 2015 season ended, we sat down and we're like, okay, what is our plans for 2016? And we started looking up schedules, and we didn't like ASCS, we didn't like NSL, and we looked up the Outlaws, and it just made the most sense because we wanted to venture out and travel, and we feel like with the Outlaws, that's the perfect way to do that because they travel a lot. They run a lot of miles in the long run, but it's really short from race to race. And with the tow money being involved and with running on different tracks, I think that will be the overall best bet for us to do. And especially, we didn't want to come back home. We just wanted to stay out on the road. And with the Outlaws, it's the best bet.
You mentioned Andy. Now, I believe Andy, a former crew chief with Jesse Hockett. So what all does he bring to the table on this?
He owns quite a bit of the team. We started pretty much from nothing, and then he is pretty much the mastermind behind this team. He taught me everything I know, and he's just built this from ground up, and I can't thank him enough. And he's really excited to be back on the road after Jesse's pass. Andy went to go work for Brown, and then he did that and then quit, and then came back home, and he just didn't really like being home, so he wanted to get back on the road, and then he started up the War Series, and this is how the story's coming all about. He started up the War Series, and he hired me, and then he wanted to sell that and go on the road whenever we put together a race car. So
that's cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. So
it's a crazy story.
Yeah.
So senior year of high school, everyone's talking about their future and career choices and colleges and what you're going to do over the summer. When you tell them I'm jumping in a toter home or a trailer and I'm going to travel the country, what's the reaction you get from your classmates?
They think I'm crazy. A lot of my friends don't understand it, which is understandable because it's hard for them to comprehend what I'll be doing because they only know of college. You know, their parents tell them to go to college, their parents tell them to get a job, blah, blah. Well, my parents tell me to go follow my dreams and run with the Outlaws. I guess it's people think I'm crazy, but, you know, you got to do it. I mean, it's better to say you did it than wish you would have been like, oh, I wish I would have done that. You know what I mean? So
100%. We think you're the most sane one in your school.
Yeah.
We think the others are crazy, man. Why would they not want to do that?
I have an
Exactly.
I have an 18-year-old daughter who is a senior, not sure what she wants to do, and follow your dreams was what I told her last night. We actually had this, so it's so cool to hear you say this, Andy, or Clyde, as we move forward. Okay, so now, what's going on with school today? Are you hiding, are you cutting class? What's going on?
It's a bathroom break for 15 minutes.
Actually, I'm on my lunch break right now. Class just ended, and I got permission from the school to be in this little office, and so we're hunkered in here with the doors locked, and but we're still at school.
They should be like over the PA system.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That would have been cool, but I don't know. They just
not everyone's into it as much as we are, Clyde.
We need to get like the principal and some of the management to a race, and then they'll get it.
It's very odd for the school because when I asked them if I could do this, they looked at me in shock. They're like,
"We've heard everything before."
Yeah, because they're used to, you know, calling students like, say, a quarterback, and they're going to go sign with a college. Well, I'm in here doing an interview with y'all. Like, this is my signing. It's pretty cool.
That is so awesome. So, hey, how is the challenge going to be for the next couple of months? Running with the World of Outlaws, are you going to go back and forth to California, back and forth to Texas and Florida? How is that going to work with your schooling?
Well, we kind of sat down with the board, and we told them what we're going to do, and they were all for it. And basically, we'll run Volusia, and then 2 weeks after that, of course, is Texas. And so I can miss 10 days in a semester, so I perfectly planned it out. So I miss exactly 10 days, so I don't get any warnings against me, so it worked out perfect.
Well, and I will tell you, as a kid who grew up on the World of Outlaw Tour, you will learn more traveling and seeing life than you will in that school. And I know every teacher in the country is going to disagree with me, but I will say I learned more being out there than I did by reading it in a book.
Yes.
So
yes.
you're going to get quite the education. in other ways as well, being out on the road with these guys.
Yeah.
But it will be a huge learning experience.
I'm looking forward to it.
So exciting. So exciting. Clyde, we're looking forward to following along with you this year. Of course, we'll be following along. You're real aggressive on social media. We love that. So we're tweeting and retweeting. And so we what's your Twitter again?
CK Thriller 13.
There we go. I like it.
That's great.
The Thriller from California, Missouri. So
That's close.
We'll make it. Johnny Gibson will make it ring.
Yeah.
He will make it ring. Yeah, exactly. Clyde, congratulations on the announcement. Congratulations on missing a few minutes of school. And we'll look you up down at Volusia and touch base in person. But congratulations on this big deal. This is great.
I appreciate it, Steve and Kendra. Thank you so much.
That is so cool.
You
Clyde
know that
Canip.
he's missing lunch break. I mean, if there's a time during school you don't want to miss.
Yeah, trust me,
I'm not missing
we've
lunch
established
break.
along the way that I haven't missed many lunch breaks in my life.
I know people are like, why can't they time this during chemistry or biology instead of like during the lunch break?
That is so cool.
It
Okay,
is really cool.
I mean, this honestly has been met with, oh dear God, okay, good luck on that kid, but the follow your dream message just means the world to me.
And the truth is, do it now.
Well, I mean, I and nobody cares about my life, but I spent the first 10, 15 years not following my dream. And I sold carpeting, for Pete's sake.
Wow.
And then I decided to follow my dream, and here I now get to hang with Kendra Jacobs. My dream girl.
I had
exactly.
the same story. So in high school, I talked about I want to be a broadcaster in racing.
Right.
And I was told, okay, when we see you back here, as a housewife, they're trying to play down what I want to be.
Gotta go get it.
And I was like, I'm telling you, I'm going to go. Now, it took me a long time to get to that point, but thanks to MRN and MAV TV,
here we sit.
I can prove all of those naysayers wrong.
It is so cool. So really cool what Clyde is doing. And one day, maybe Clyde will be enshrined at the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame.
Every race car driver's goal.
Exactly. The National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum, turn number 2 of the Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa. They have their Expand the Dream program going on, and we also talk about birthdays. Yesterday it was Ray Lee Goodwin and Randy Smith. Today, Billy Boat and Ira Hall. Tomorrow, you know whose birthday it is? The dude.
The dude.
Danny Lasowski going to check one off.
Royalty.
Yes, he's going to check one off tomorrow. Thursday, Van Johnson. Friday, Ted Johnson.
Ted Johnson.
How about that, Ted Johnson? I mean, and you had a lot more experience with him. I mean, I covered a few races with him.
I will tell you, Steve, we would not have this show.
No, not at all.
We would not have Craftsman tools.
Exactly.
We would not have anything we're talking about right now.
Everything we've talked about today.
Any driver we've talked about and that has a career because of sprint car racing would not have any of that without Ted Johnson.
Absolutely. He was enshrined in 1998. Ted was a midget racer from Madison, Wisconsin. In 1978, he decided, hey, let's get these guys together. And he did.
It was
and
a
they
huge
did.
leap of faith.
Yes, it was. It was a huge leap of faith by Ted, a huge leap of faith by all the drivers. Everyone jumped in. Yeah, there was some hard days in the early part of it. Yeah, there was some struggles along the way. Yeah, there was some folks that jumped up and said, we're going to do it better. We're going to steal your series. We're going to steal your idea. But the World of Outlaw Craftsman Sprint Car Series continues on, and that is all Ted Johnson. Sadly, at age 72 in 2006, we lost Ted Johnson. Other birthdays, Saturday, Jeff Swindell and Ralph Speedy Helm, a 2002 inductee into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum, his birthday is on Saturday. You can find out more information about the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame at sprintcarhof.com. That is www.sprintcarhof.com. We're talking Arctic All-Star Circuit of Champions with Danny Holtgraver when we come back.
Hey, this is Jason Sides, and you're listening to Steve and Kendra on Wing Nation here on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
Aggressive Hydraulics, where we engineer the cylinders that move your business. We specialize in crafting hydraulic cylinders and components with superior precision and performance, making OEM products stronger and creating more opportunities for distributors and repair facilities. Crafting cylinders that operate on a global basis in a wide variety of industries and applications. Get aggressive with your cylinder challenges. Aggressive Hydraulics.
Whatever you drive, wherever you go, Hercules Tires will get you there. Whether you're running on dirt or running a job, Our dependable, high-quality tires are the perfect fit for your needs. For unmatched value, selection, and warranty with industry-leading road hazard protection, there's only one choice: Hercules Tires. To learn more, visit HerculesTire.com or call 800-677-9535. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
This is Kyle Rickey, co-host of MRN.com's NASCAR Coast to Coast. Join me and Buddy Long on Wednesday, February 17th as NASCAR Coast to Coast returns for 2016. We'll have all the latest from K&N East and West, wheel and modified tours, and local track winners, news, and more. NASCAR Coast to Coast returns at noon Eastern, Wednesday, February 17th on MRN.com.
Hi, I'm Casey Kane. Now back to Wing Nation.
Thank you, Casey. I know Casey's fired up about it as well. He's got his cars being prepared. I saw some pictures along the way of them working on a Brad Sweet's car a week or so back.
Well, that must mean that Pittman's is done.
Pittman's might be done. Who knows? They're working on that. Well, no, it was Lee Stoffer sending pictures. So he's Brad's crew chief.
Obviously taking pictures of the 49.
So Lee Stoffer was sending some pictures out. So they are ready to go.
Lee Stoffer, who threw us a shout out for the
exactly.
Apple car
we have
here.
the Apple car, which is one of the famous Pennsylvania cars. Lee Stoffer, one of the longtime lead wrenches on that car. So we appreciate that, Lee. Really, really good stuff. All right, so let's go back to the Hercules hotline. Joining us now, just sort of, I think we knew this all along, but really made kind of the formal announcement earlier this week. Going to run the full season of the Arctic Cat All-Star Circuit of Champions, driving Pete Grove's number 70 car. Danny Downtown Holtgraver joins us. Hey, Danny, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Okay, this is the dumbest question I will ever ask in my life. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
But really, are you ready? Are you packed? Have you gone through like the 2,000 layers of clothing you need to pack for Florida?
I don't pack until the absolute last minute, and I'm not leaving until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I'll be packed
plenty
maybe
of time.
maybe by tonight. I'll have all my clothes packed. But
I'm the exact same way. I get it.
My helmets, all that stuff's ready, so I'm definitely ready to get going again.
No doubt. How did this deal with Pete come together?
Last year at the end of the year, we just got together and went and raced a couple races, me and Cody and, Pete, and we ran Chillicothe and ran third the first night out. And we were decent and decided to go to Charlotte and had a pretty good weekend, actually. We were fast all weekend and just kind of snowballed from there. And here we are, we've been working the past month or two here, just trying to get everything ready and, going to try and go out and do the whole All-Star deal.
When the All-Star deal starts in Florida, and Steve, you mentioned that the races down here aren't necessarily point races, but for those of you running the whole tour, I assume you are coming here. When you look at Florida, it's such a daunting race because everyone comes to it. What is the mind frame of the driver going into these first few races of the season? Do you say it all starts here, or look, Florida's its own beast, it all starts when we get back to the Midwest?
We're going to be prepared either way, as if we're going to Florida and not coming back until, the middle of the summer. But it's a whole different season in itself. That's the way you got to look at it. If you go down there and win every night, or if you go down there and don't make the show every night, you got to look at it as it's Florida. And whenever you come back here, you start fresh, really. Obviously we're going down there and try and learn as much as we can and be fast. We're as prepared as we can be. And, we'll give it all we got to go out there and win some races. But even if we go win or if we go down there and we're terrible, then, you still got to just move on from it and look at, the season up here is a whole new season once you get going. So,
yeah, Danny, a lot of times we come into new season with new situations, new rides, new opportunities. How important is it for you and Cody and Pete to have those, the World Finals and that race at Chillicothe? How comforting, how important is that as you embrace and move into this season?
It makes, I feel very comfortable with it. It just, we got a chance to go out and, we're not going to be jumping into something totally new here. It's, we've worked together now and we've run some races together, so we're not just going in blind. We kind of, we know what we can do, and we're just, we're kind of working off that. It's made it a really easy off season. It's just been a lot more calming and just ready to go, and had more time to just prepare stuff and get ready and not have to worry about if we're going to be fast or not. We just, we know that we can have the speed. We just got to put it all together when we get to Florida now.
You know, big announcement yesterday with the World of Outlaws announcing Craftsman has come on board as a sponsor. And before we started back on the air, Steve, the All-Stars made an announcement that Arctic Cat is the title sponsor of their series. As a driver and someone who used to own a team with your family, what does that level of sponsorship do for you guys?
It does a lot. You know, just it's cool to have a name like that, especially Arctic Cat. You know, they've been around for a while now with the sprint car deal with, you know, and they've helped a bunch of different guys out, and it's just it's cool to have somebody like that on board, and it'll probably, you know, help with the All-Stars, maybe a little more national recognition, I guess you could say, you know, a big name company like that, and it'll just help all of us, you know, everybody that runs with the All-Stars. It'll get all of our names out there, and that can lead to anything, you know.
Well, and you live in the north where it's pretty cold. Maybe you can work a deal out, get a snowmobile or one of those off-road cars, you know, like work a deal with this new sponsor.
I know. It's 60 degrees today here in Pittsburgh, so I haven't needed a snowmobile or anything, but that would be all right.
Hey, a Twitter question from Justin. Where did the name Downtown come from?
Well, that came from, I think it was two guys, Tyler Altmaier from Fully Injected, my PR guy. I think he threw a question out there, too, asking who my favorite PR guy was. I probably have to say him, but no, Tyler and Blake Anderson, I think they came up with that one night last year, and I've never had a nickname from Pittsburgh, so I don't know. I guess that's where they came up with that from.
Yeah, and see, the Steel City Outlaws already taken.
Yeah,
I can't take that one.
Can't take that one, so Steel City is kind of gone. So I like it. I like Downtown, that's for sure. What do you do during the off season? What's your hobbies? When Danny Holtgraver wants to get away from this racing, where do you go? What do you do?
Well, last year was different because I went to Australia, so
right.
you know I didn't really have an off season. This year has been a little different. I kind of needed a break just to regroup myself and just take a break and get away from it. Sometimes this deal can beat you up, so just had to step away for a little bit and just pretty much hang out with my wife and then going to the gym and detailing some cars. My dad and my father-in-law are both in the car business, so I'll clean some cars for them and just to stay busy and help my wife out with the bills for the winter, and that's about it. Just try and stay busy and work on race cars whenever I can and just get ready to go.
That's right, because you had a wedding not too long ago, right?
Just over a year.
So how is married life, and is she ready to give you up for a full season?
It's been pretty awesome. She's really supportive. We got married December 13th of last year, and I left, I think it was 3 days after, for Australia for 6 weeks, and I came back for 8 hours and flew back to Florida. So she, she's put up with that, and then all last season. So I think she's ready to get rid of me again for a little bit. That was, it was tough nights to be together, but I think she's ready to kick me out of the house for a little bit here.
Sometimes
absence makes the heart grow fonder, right?
There you go.
Yep.
Exactly. And your presence sometimes, Danny, kind of a theme we've had here. Sadly, it's a theme that Kendra and I don't participate in, but Joey Saldana talked about it earlier. You said you went to the gym. What's your workout routine like?
I get up about 5 o'clock in the morning because my wife gets up. She's a nurse, so she gets up early and goes to work. So I get up with her and make breakfast and usually work out in the morning, go run or do whatever, and then go to work for, whether it's 3 hours or 8 hours or whatever, how many cars I have to clean. And then I'll usually go to the gym and work out again in the afternoon.
Twice?
Really not much else to do. So.
2-a-days?
Yeah.
Well, I eat more than 2 a day, so I guess that, we've been doing the comparison with the workout that you guys do and the eating that some of the rest of us do.
Well, I have to say, there's not many arguments that people will give me to want a man in my life or to have a husband, but as soon as he said I get up with her and make her breakfast, I'm in. If I could have someone to make me breakfast every day,
Note
Steve.
to the boys.
Yeah.
Note to the boys.
That is a great. You lost me there after you talked about gym and stuff. I was like, it doesn't matter what he does.
Marriage tips from Danny Holtgraver.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
marriage tips from Danny Downtown Holtgraver. Well, Danny, hopefully you're schooling the competition with some tips on race wins this year. We appreciate your time. Congratulations on the gig you have with the number 70 car with Pete Grove and the All-Star Tour. And we'll look forward to following along, and I know we'll catch up with you throughout the season, but thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it, and I just want to thank everybody who helps me out and, everybody making this possible, and I hope I talk to you guys a lot more this year. Thanks.
Let's hope so. That is Danny Downtown Holtgraver. I like it. I can go with that one.
It reminds me of that Macklemore song, Downtown.
Oh, yeah,
They should
that's
play
right.
this. Should be like his theme song.
Oh, well.
That'd be great.
Cue up Blake Anderson, who does
Yes.
he did last year. I don't know if Blake's doing the
No, I
announcing for
think-
the All-Stars.
I think he's back.
Is he back? Cue it up. There we go. We're set to go. Hey, we need to step away. When we come back, our Jeff Gordon Kick It Person of the Week. We're going to tell you more about that program and a whole lot more. So stay with us. Wing Nation continues here in just a moment.
I'm Danny Holtgraver, and you're listening to Wing Nation on MotorRacingNetwork.com.
Racers, that's who Valco wheels are. That's who they know, and racing is what they know. Valco Wheels focuses oval track and grassroots racing and understand racers need a quality wheel that fits your budget. With over 25 years experience, Valco Wheels produces the best product and give you face-to-face support and customer service at the track. Fast delivery, innovative products, problem solving. Find Valco Wheels at Valco.com on Twitter or Facebook, or call Valco Wheels at 609-758-7013. Valco Wheels.
Hi, I'm NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon. Did you know that 43 children are diagnosed with cancer each and every day? That more children die from cancer than any other disease? Athletes of all ages are dedicating their stats to change these stats, and you can too. Visit JeffGordonChildren'sFoundation.org to become a Kick It champion. No matter what your sport, you can use your points, laps, or goals to change the odds for kids with cancer. Make your stats really count. Become a Kick It champion.
If you haven't checked out MRN.com's exclusive online programming, you've missed a lot. MRN Motorsports Monday. Review and preview the NASCAR weekend. Wings Nation talk winged sprint cars. The straight line. Give you the latest from the NHRA. NASCAR regional, local, and international series on NASCAR Coast to Coast. Food at the track on Fast Food. And classic MRN races on Throwback Thursday. Exclusive original online motorsports talk on MRN.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Gordon, and now back to Wing Nation.
Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate it. Looking forward to following along with Jeff with his new career in NASCAR.
It's going to be very interesting.
Yes, it
to
is.
not have him on the track, but to hear his voice
all the time.
It's going to be interesting.
Exactly. Really, really cool. Hey, we have fun on Twitter. T-Mac lit us up this morning.
T-Mac
well,
did.
T-Mac, I guess there's snow in Iowa.
Just a little.
Yeah.
When it's enough to cancel school in Iowa,
Yeah.
it's a lot of snow.
Well, T-Mac's been busy on Twitter because earlier today he was bragging about his snow shovel sponsor.
Yeah.
And they were clearing off stuff at the airport.
Nice. I'm
Now-
sure people need it because the caucus was last night.
Right, exactly.
So everyone's trying to get out of Dodge now.
Yep. Now, yes, and those people in Iowa, they've got to be the happiest people on the planet now to get rid of.
I was there last week.
Yeah,
Zero rental cars, zero hotel rooms, and every commercial was politics.
Those people in Iowa have got to wake up this morning with the freshest air. Yeah, I know snow is falling, but they've got to be, oh my gosh.
It's almost like Mother Nature did them like a favor.
Yes,
like, we're going
let's
to give you
clean
today
out
off.
the rodents and let's go on with our life. Wow, did I just call all of them
You
rodents?
just called politicians rodents.
Yes, indeed. Oh, well. So, hey, but also what T-Mac is doing is, what are tickets on
The
sale
Front
now?
Row Challenge.
Yeah.
Again, this year, Monday, August 8th
Yep.
at Oskaloosa, an NSL race. Tickets went on sale today.
Woo!
So phone number, write it down.
Yes,
Everyone
write it
ready?
down.
515-957-0020 to
All
get
right.
your Front Row Challenge
That's
tickets.
515-957-0020. Call before midnight tonight.
We don't think it changes anything, but yeah, call before midnight tonight.
Well,
Why
don't call
not?
before midnight because T-Mac probably needs a little sleep out there as well. Let's get onto it with our Kick It Person of the Week. Okay, and what we're going to do, and if you followed along with Wing Nation over the last few years, we've done Kick It Driver of the Week for years. And we got thinking about a lot of people, Kendra. You and I, we've talked about this. We got thinking about that, yes, these drivers do great things, but there's some incredible people that do great things, whether it's organized Kick It games like certain folks do that are not drivers. We think of Shelley Lisky up in Ohio and all that she does. And we think about wives and girlfriends and fans that sit in the stands and do things. So we're going to change it up this year. We've met with the folks at Jeff Gordon's Kick It, and they like the idea as well. Our Kick It Person of the Week. So what you need to do, if you have somebody that is contributing just to the well-being, we talk a lot of times about kids, but honestly, someone that's just doing something good.
And I think the only requirement is they're somehow attached to sprint car racing.
Yeah, they got to be attached to sprint car racing. I mean, that's this Wing Nation, Wing Nation Sprint Car Show. So somebody that's doing something good, send us a note at wingnation@aol.com. It's just wingnation@aol.com. And who knows, maybe we'll feature them in the coming weeks as our Kick It Person of the Week. This week we are going to go with a driver because what Brian Clausen does as far as charity goes.
It's
and honestly,
amazing.
what Brian Clausen is doing on the racetrack is worthy of some kind of an
only
award.
trying 200 races this year.
But what he does the Brian Clausen's Racers for Autism fundraiser. It's the Monday night of the Chili Bowl. It's for the Autism Society of America. And I went back, and as of that night, they have raised $76,000 now, and I'm sure more money has probably come in. But this is an amazing charity, and it's only its second year, and the thing has become one of the major events.
And a big shout out to his girlfriend, Lauren
No
Stewart,
doubt.
who is so heavily involved in this. And this is all because of their friend that they met, Ben, a long time ago. And he's a huge race fan, even bigger Brian Clausen fan, and has autism. So that is something that's near and dear to both of their hearts. And you can see it by the passion and the work they put into this event. And the greatest thing, too, is they raised this much money, and everyone had a blast doing it. It was a fun night. Tim Duggar played a live concert there. So everyone had a really, really good time. And it's a great way to kick off Chili Bowl week.
Really is. So for our Kick It Person of the Week, we're going to go with Brian and Lauren.
I think it's a great move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get some other folks in there as far as
And
that
you know
goes.
what else Brian just did?
What did
Won
he
his 100th USAC race.
Yeah, he did this. Now, he's doing the 200 race tour.
Just 200.
He's 11 races into it with, I think, 4 wins.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal
Not
right
a bad
there.
start right
Not
there.
a bad start.
And he will be at Bubba Raceway Park starting this week. He's going to run the wing sprint cars in Florida, Bubba and Volusia. So we'll get a chance to catch up with Brian.
That win number could go up.
Could go up, no doubt about it. That's a wheelman right there. Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour presented by MAV TV. Of course, they're entering the 25th season. $250,000 point fund, $60,000 to the champion. RacingBoys.com for the full season. But Kendra, just want to state this again: the 20 races on MAV TV, the best television package in sprint car racing. We love our folks at Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, and we love the racers there. And we certainly wish all the racers as they kick it off March 11th and 12th down in Texas. And we'll talk about that as it gets closer. But Kendra, as we get closer and closer, now let's run down the checklist here. Okay, Dirt Vision, we're all set with that. Okay. We mentioned Dirt on Dirt.
Yep.
Okay. Racing Boys. Set with that. Race Monitor.
Oh, yeah.
The Cushion.
Uh-huh.
Speed Shift.
Good.
Twitter. KNIA, KRLS. Paris. It's time to set the command center up for Friday night.
It's one of those nights where you have...
Now, I doubt KNIA, KRLS is going to be covering that one, but you've got to have it ready for when Knoxville breaks out.
Knoxville kicks off in about, 10 weeks?
10 weeks, yeah. But you got to have them all ready so that on those nights when you're just hanging out, you got the whole command center there. But the command center will be fired up this week. We'll be doing Race Monitor Twitter on from Bubba.
Oh, I'm loving it. You know, Steve, interesting press release came out this week that Dale Blaney has never won at Bubba Raceway Park.
Really?
So if I was to go out on a limb, he would be who I would pick, right? Because he's like the winningest driver in Arctic Cat All-Star history.
No doubt.
But he's never won there. So do you still pick him?
Yes.
Manson swept like the entire
last year.
Yes,
yeah,
it was big.
Yeah, sweeping it's obviously impressive, but it's obviously tough to do. But betting against Dale Blaney, I mean, how long can that go? He's that good.
I think
you
so, too.
You just sit around and do the simple math. Okay, you take Dale Blaney in 10 races, he's going to win a share of them, 10 All-Star races. Well, however many times they've ran at Bubba Raceway Park, he's going to win a share. He hasn't done it yet. It's just Dale. So, so we'll see what happens. But that all starts up this Friday and Saturday. And, of course, I know they're very, very excited about that. This weekend, MRN Wing Nation, presented by Sage Fruit on MAV TV. We're going to delve into, with great detail, this Craftsman deal. We have Brian Carter and Ben Geisler from the World Racing Group.
Really interesting stuff from both of them.
Great stuff. Kendra, and I know we beat this drum all along, but it just seems like every time we open up a press release, it's good news for sprint car racing.
It's great news.
It really, really is.
We're starting the season on a high note, and it's all stuff that is long-term. You know, the Craftsman deal is a 3-year contract. Everyone get used to saying the Craftsman World of Outlaws because it will be there for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, question,
Sure.
not to change just subject, but what are you doing Sunday?
Sunday, I don't know. There's something going on that has a little bit of a tie here in Carolina.
There's the excitement in the air in
This
Carolina.
is insane.
Is amazing.
You know, we talk about it, and we're probably down to 30 seconds to go or something crazy like that. We talk about what 15 seconds. Okay, Craig just whispered. We talk about what sports do. Sports energize the town. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
Keep pounding.
Yes, keep pounding. Absolutely. Hey, we appreciate you joining us here on the show. Thanks to, what'd you just say, Craiger?
I think.
He just
Wait,
said 30
what?
seconds.
He just
told me
off?
15 seconds.
You cut us off because we're talking about the Panthers and not your beloved Bengals.
Oh, man. We've
Wow.
got. Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm glad we have 30 seconds and 15 now because we need to thank Joey Saldana, Clyde Canip, and Danny Holtgraver for joining us here on MRN Wing Nation, presented by Hercules Tires. More important than all of that, thank you for joining us here today.
You've been listening to the nation's premier winged sprint car radio program, Winged Nation. Tune in next Tuesday at noon for more talk from the dirt tracks. Winged Nation is also available on demand in the MRN.com Media Center or download from iTunes or Stitcher. Winged Nation is a production of the Motor Racing Network. All rights reserved.